First Things First is sponsored by Gillette, the best a man can get.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to First Things First. It is Friday. We made it. I'm Jenna Wolf. That's the Hall of Famer Chris Carter. This right here is Nick Wright. Lots of basketball to talk about. Also, some football. Carson Wentz got a big, new, shiny, very lucrative deal. The Patriots aren't giving up on Gronk returning just yet. But yes, we are going to start with the NBA Finals. For Golden State, a familiar face in a familiar place. Kevin Durant remains on the sideline, ruled out for tonight's Game 4 against the Toronto Raptors. But Warriors head coach Steve Kerr says there's a good chance he does come back and play in Game 5. And after missing Game 3, Klay Thompson is a go for tonight as the Warriors try and even up the series at 2 games apiece. Nick, I'll start with you. Do the Warriors have the edge with Klay returning, but KD's still out?
I think they're going to win tonight, and they need to, because the dynasty's on the line tonight. This era, they come back next year, different team, try to go to your 6th straight finals. I get it, but they are not coming back from down 3-1. Because it happened twice in the same postseason just a few years ago, both times involving the Warriors, I think people have overestimated how easy that is to do. Happen, right? 11 times in NBA history, 4 times in the last 15 years.
And you're talking about coming back from
3-1 down. Have we seen this happen? Only twice in the last 30 years have we seen, 40 years actually, have we seen it happen in the conference finals or beyond, both in 2016. The Warriors doing it against OKC and then the Cavs doing it against the Warriors. So they need to have the edge tonight. They need to win tonight. They need to take care of home court tonight. Or, to me, the biggest intrigue left in the finals will be in which game will Toronto win their first championship in franchise history. I think that the Warriors have shown in this era, there's not many times their backs have been against the wall, not many times they've had to play desperate basketball C, but they have responded with great performances all of those times but one. Every time they had to have a win, whether it was the 3 straight against OKC, the 2 straight against Houston, I would argue Game 6 against Houston this year kind of fit that bill coming off the KD injury. They have responded each and every time, with the one exception being Game 7 against the Cavs in 2016. So I think the Warriors show up tonight. I think they show that championship medal, and I think that and maybe that alone gives them the edge. But they better, or else the Toronto Raptors are going to be NBA champions.
I know it sounds good hypothetically, and I could see how you think that they're going to win. Oh, they got to win. Oh, they got to show up. But obviously, are you thinking the Klay Thompson that we saw in the first 2 games, that's the Klay that we're going to see?
No, I don't think you're going to get full.
Oh, so you think the rest of them? So you think Iggy's going to start hitting shots? You think Andrew Bogut going to get a little more nifty on the pick and roll?
No, I'm not assigning anything to Bogut.
What about Boogie Cousins? You think he's going to get in shape over the last 48 hours?
I think Boogie will be better than he was in Game 3. I don't think necessarily he'll be Game 2 Boogie, but Game 3 was as bad as we've seen him. I do think he'll be better.
Because I do believe the Warriors will show up. I do believe the crowd. It will take a Herculean effort for Toronto to win. But I do believe they're going to win because they are a better team than the injury-depleted Golden State Warriors. All them other examples you gave, those were the Warriors at full strength, bro.
You're right.
This is a different game. Even if you say Klay was at 100%, I'll give you that. Okay, Klay played in 2 games. Well, they got outscored 6 of the 8 quarters in those games. I don't think he's going to be 100%, and I believe with the guard play, Van Vliet, they made a great adjustment starting him in the 3rd quarter of game number 3, played him the whole quarter, him and Kawhi, and Kyle Lowry's ability to be able to shoot the ball from deep. I believe it's going to give him some problems. I believe his hamstring won't be 100% the rest of the series. I believe Toronto gets it done tonight, so every other time except tonight, I believe the Raptors are going to pull off the upset tonight and take the commanding 3-1 lead back to Toronto.
Even with Klay out on the court, and say he does give you some of the offense that the Warriors needed in the last game, he's not going to be what you expect from him on defense, which is what you really need because of how well the entire Raptors team played last game.
Well, listen, he's not going to be full-strength Klay Thompson in any area of his game.
But the spot-up shooting is easier for him than all the running around and the guarding with that hamstring.
There's no question about that. Now, do I think a 75% Klay Thompson can be a better defender than Quinn Cook? I do. Now, will he have to guard differently? He's not going to be able to chase guys off screens. The entire Warriors unit is going to have to adjust their defensive schemes to understand that Klay is not going to be able to chase a guy around the way he typically would. And so that is an important element to it. And if this game were in Toronto, I might feel differently about it. And maybe I am just baking in too much of what's happened in the last 5 years. Maybe it is I need to see it to believe it. But are the Warriors going to win, lose back-to-back home games to put this portion of the dynasty on life support? I don't think they are.
They did that when they were healthy. When they had a full lineup, they lost 2 games to the Clippers.
Yes, but not back-to-back. But yes, they did lose 2 home games to the Clippers. Yep.
This year at Oracle, there hadn't been any magic. I mean, they've lost games by double digits. They've lost games by 20 points at home. So, yes, this is the way that you don't three-peat. This is the way that you get dethroned as champion. And as far as Klay is concerned, I don't think you guys, I think you guys are overestimating his shooting ability if he can't run. If he can't run, all I got to do is get up and get on his right side, Nick. Where's he going to go? Like, he doesn't like to dribble when he's healthy. You think he's going to be trying to put the ball on the deck tonight and get to the hoop? No, all I got to do is play up on his right side if he can't run. Like, if he's not 100%, he's a liability on offense, and he's a liability on defense. People just think, oh, it's easier for him to play offense. No, not if I get right next to him.
Well, he could. I think Jenna's point, and I understood, is if tonight we had the NBA All-Star Weekend, the three-point contest, he could hit those shots. Chris, your point is he ain't going to have those shots. He's going to have to find a way to get open. And I think that's a point well taken. I want to say one other thing, because you said in the lead, Steve Kerr's optimistic about Kevin Durant playing in Game 5. He's been optimistic about Kevin Durant playing in every game, every chance he's had the opportunity to say it. Before Game 3, said KD was going to scrimmage on Thursday. They didn't have no real scrimmage on Thursday. I think Kevin Durant, the earliest we're going to see him is Game 6.
Kevin Durant said the last game, game number 3, I'll know a lot more tomorrow, which was yesterday.
Yes.
Right.
And you see what they announced yesterday?
Out 30 hours before the game.
I'll know a lot more. So they didn't increase his workload. Immediately they ruled him out. I didn't think he was going to play any more this postseason. And I'd be Game 5. I mean, that right now I'm back to Game 6.
Right.
If they can get it back to Oracle Game 6, man, then they'd be in business.
I'm on the exact same page as you. That the earliest you could see him is Game 6, and then you're running out of days now, that's one of the reasons why I've read some articles over the last 24 hours saying that the Warriors are not in the typical position a team would be in if they fall down 3-1 because they'll have Kevin Durant coming back. I don't know that they will have Kevin Durant coming back.
And I know it's impossible for them to feel comfortable because there have to be people in KD's camp that don't want him to come back. Man, you're too close to free agency. Nothing good can happen if you do come back. They're going to give Steph all the credit anyway. He's already going to get the MVP. It's just going to make you look bad and potentially, man, you could hurt yourself. So those whispers in his ear, and also his body is not responding. Yeah. It's been 4 weeks since he strained the calf, so I don't expect him before Game 6. So
looking at the calendar, Game 6 is Thursday, so he would have from now until next Thursday if Game 6 is the one circled on the calendar. Take a break. Coming up, are the Philadelphia Eagles making a mistake giving Carson Wentz so much money? That's next on First Things First. You can always check us out on the Fox Sports channel on SiriusXM. We'll be right back.